Keyword outline. Howdy, I'm Brock Cadillo. We'll be talking about NIL and its effects on college football and how to solve the current NIL problem that is overcoming and destroying the sport I love. Start off with, so imagine a world where Texas and Texas A&M are competing for one recruit, and our rival down in Austin outbids us. They throw a kid 500,000 more than we do. What do we have the choice to do? Either we have the choice to step down and let Texas get the recruit, or we can match that money. We have two choices, as I said. This is a problem. It creates a loop of you matching someone spending, them going above and beyond, you matching that spending above and beyond, and it creates an ongoing cycle that never stops. There's never-ending cycle of spending. I'm not anti-NIL, personally, but there is problems in our system in NIL, and we're feeling a lot of donor fatigue from the massive amounts of money donors are asked to spend on recruits coming in and transfer portal kids. And there is a solution called the One Cap solution, and how we can fix college sports and make it a lot healthier while also protecting student athletes' right to make money off their name, image, and likeness. As we can see here, there's been a new cap by the College Football Commission of $20.5 million for the 2025-2026 football season. You can see plus outside NIL for colleges. Now, this outside NIL is where the problem really begins. It's runaway. Schools are spending boundless amounts of money on recruits, on getting kids into the program, especially for their football teams, the revenue generated for most D1 schools. They're putting other schools to the wayside, like Arkansas did to their tennis team a while back ago, before a donor had to step up to revive that team. You can see that it's slowly permeating through the sport, destroying it. And as you can see, spending has been increasing over time. And you see Bryce Young, he made $1 million off the image and likeness in his last year in college in the system. He deserved that money. He was a very great college QB. But now it's no longer name, image, and likeness. It's, can I buy you to come to my school? Warning signs. Texas A&M, according to 12 Man Athletics, got added a new 154 scholarships due to new $20.5 million, and on top of outside NIL. Michigan is dealing with new costs. They have a 9.6% raise in their ticket prices and season ticket prices, all that, for seats all across their stadium, which is insane. The Big House, as they call it, has been there for over 110 years. Prices really don't increase there. But due to the new world of college football, increased NIL, they've had to catch up with programs like Ohio State, their biggest rival, and spend at that level. So they really have to be forced outside the comfort zone to push more and more pressure onto their donors, onto their fan base, who buys tickets, who makes these games what they are. I mean, this place is not the same without all 108,000 people, 108K, 109,000 people in that stadium. And they're getting pushed further and further to a breaking point where college football may never come back, college athletics may never come back to the same way it was. The NCAA does say there has been $1 billion more in potential in new earnings throughout college sports, new revenue throughout college sports, but that has come at a downside. Programs like Minnesota have had a 37 million in budget shortfalls and challenges, and Minnesota is a very, very healthy program. I mean, it's not Texas A&M, it's not Texas. It's not one of the schools that have unlimited money they can pull from their donors, from left, right, and center. But that's what the average college football school is. They cannot just pull money out of anywhere. They're struggling to keep up with the big boys, and even the big boys like Michigan are struggling. That shows you how unhealthy our sport is. You can see who's really paying the price. It's the fans. As you can see, Tennessee increased their ticket prices a couple years ago because they want to be able to compete with the Georgias, the Bamas, the Floridas, the A&Ms, the Texases. They want to compete. Donors are feeling more pressure to put more money up front and make sure their programs are healthy and running smoothly so they can go win at the highest level. Because in this day and age, winning costs money. It is no longer a recruit comes to you because they love your school. It's because they love your school and you're offering their family a lot of money, north of $100,000 bare minimum for any good football player. Schools are now facing deficits and lacking support. They're trying to pull money from more people, more campaign funds for name, image, and likeness, all that. And other sports are getting resources pulled away. Schools are cutting cross-country teams. I mean, A&M, I know one of my friends at Texas Tech, he lost his scholarship because of NIL and a new system that cut scholarships from cross-country and track, and they pulled him away to football because football is what brings money in. Football is the name of the game, especially down here in the South. They're taking away scholarship spots from other college athletics and other college athletes who deserve that spot. And I don't think that's really fair to those college athletes who've worked all their lives to get that opportunity. The basic problem, there's two checkbooks. There is the $20.5 million offered by the College Football Commission from 25-26 that rises year on year, and the outside checkbook that has other NIL deals that are not under that College Sports Commission. These are the deals that are ruining our sport, that are taking money away from the student, from other sports, and putting it into football. We all think football is probably the most important sport. It's not fair to other student athletes, and it's ruining what college football should be about, which is tradition, the name on your jersey, the rivalries, not who can spend the most money on a player. The policy that I think would fix this is a one cap for all schools. There needs to be a centralized commission that controls spending, oversees all the spending schools make, oversees budgets, recruiting budgets, NIL budgets. NIL deals is specifically in themselves to see if they're legit NIL deals. A lot of NIL deals nowadays are illegitimate. Kids are just getting offered $500,000, we'll pay it down the line. You don't have to show up for a sponsorship event. It's out of control. We do have a commission for that, but it's really low key, not taken seriously. Schools will blow past that commission, sue their way out of it by going to some local judge, like Brendan Sorsby in Texas Tech. Go to a local judge, get an injunction, get it pushed back until after the season's over, and you're in the clear. So we need Congress to come in and take control of the budgeting of our sport, which they are currently doing now with the Save College Sports Act that is currently just passed committee and now is on the House, Senate floor. What counts? School pay, collective money, and what doesn't count? Real NIL deals. This allows college athletes to still make money off their name, image, and likeness. Enforcement and results. We will have a public total that schools will have to report publicly what they spend. These are public institutions. These are not private institutions. These are schools. They get money from our state. We fund them through our tax dollars. And I think it's fair enough to say that they should be required to report their spending. Annual audits to make sure no one's cheating. And then a luxury tax for schools who want to go above and beyond the cap, which makes it fair to all schools, but also makes it fair enough that everyone can compete at the same level. Conclusion. Pay the players. The players deserve their money. Count the spending and protect college football and college athletics in a whole. Players deserve their money, but it should not be run away. Thanks, and Giga.